Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And so we're going to finish our diamond, and we're going to start decreasing now. So these are become corners, and then we'll decrease up to our last corner. So it looks like we have the two arrows coming in here, the heart in the middle, and we have the E and the V. And so we'll, on the other side, we'll be doing the L and the O. So this is exciting. All right. So we are going to chain 2 and turn. I've got 1. There. I don't know if I showed you that pink. That pink is the hot pink in the big twist yarns that we're using. Alright, in the second chain from the hook. No, we're not chaining 2. Oh my gosh, I almost messed up. Alright, so we're actually chaining 1 and turning. Alright, and we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches because we're going to be decreasing now. Alright, so alright, and the third stitch, then you will be starting your block there. And then right here is our corner. Alright, so now we need to go to the blue. And we need 4 blue in here. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. So 4 blue. And then we need to go to the purple. So let's bring the blue forward. And then we need to put a purple in here. This is going to finish off our arrow. And there it is. Yes, awesome. Alright, so now we need to go back to the blue. And now we need 5 blue. Let's carry this purple with us. Don't want to forget that. But yeah, there's our arrow. Awesome. So that's finished. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And now we're going to carry both our lavender and our blue, and we're going to need to put our pinks in here. It's calling for 3 pink again. So there's 1. 2. and 3. All right, and we're going to leave this behind. And then we need to go to our blue again. Uh-oh. And we need 4 blue. One purple. That finishes this arrow off. We're back to our blue, and 4 blue and 1 purple will finish this off. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to go back to the lavender, and we do not need to carry that blue anymore. And so here we're just putting the last lavender in here. This is the last square. And then we're going to slip stitch to this first stitch right here. And that row is done. Now, the last row we had 26 blocks. This row you should add 24 blocks, because we are decreasing on both ends. So now we have this corner, we have this corner, and we have this corner. So anyway, we're going to chain 1 and turn for row 27. But let's mark 26 off first. All right. So row 27, with that blue up front, you're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches, and then you're going to start your block in the third. All right, now we're going to blue. And we need 3 blue in the next 3. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to switch off to purple. Come on. And then we're going to put a purple in here. Oh, I guess that finishes off our... Okay. So now we need to switch back to the blue. And now we need 6 blue. There's that arrow. Right there's that arrow. That's awesome. Now that arrow should be finished. I thought the arrow looked a little off center before. There's 3. 4. 5. And 6. And now we're going to be carrying both of these and go to our pink. I'm wondering, wait a minute, if we should have... Hang on a second. Let's pull out this last and pull this pink up. And now, there we go. Now we can pull the pink in. And I know we need two pink this time. But we have to carry this blue and this purple with us. Alright, so now we need to go back to the blue. Leave that lavender behind. Go back to the blue, and we're going to leave this pink behind, as I think we only have one more row to complete that heart. Alright, so we need 5 blue now, and I'm just carrying the purple right now, not the pink. We're leaving that pink behind. Wait a minute. I didn't do that right. There we go. Much better. So there's 2, and I said 5, right? Yes. Three, 4, and 5. And then we need to go to the lavender and put a lavender in. Right here. And then 3, it should be 3 blue and 1 lavender to finish off this row. There's that arrow. Isn't that cool? Alright, so there's 3 blue. And now we need to go to the lavender and put that in right here, which is the last one. And we're going to slip stitch to this stitch, and we are done. And there it is. Looking cool. Alright. Alright, so that was row 27. Keep dropping this stupid thing. And you should have had 23 blocks in row 27. Alright. Okay, row 28. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then start our block in the third. Alright, go to the blue, and we need to put 9 blue in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we are going to the pink and putting 2 pinks in. So there's 1. And 2, and now we need to go to the blue. Wait a minute. Drop the pink, and now we need 9 blue and 1 lavender to finish this row off. So there's 2. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And 9. All right. Bring the lavender forward and finish this off with that. Slip stitch here. And that is row 28. So I want to look at this heart. Trying to figure out how to look at this. There's the heart. See, it's right here. There's the heart. Or is it that way? It's this way. You can see the heart right here. So we are done with the heart, and I'm going to cut that off, but I'm going to cut that off long so I can tie that end in to get rid of that color. So that is done. And let me see. Do I have any tangles before I go any further? The rest of this is going to be easy. All right. And I said that was row 28. We need to mark that off. Row 28. And row row 29 is on the way. All right. So chain 1, turn our work, and then we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start our block in the third. Put that in the back, and then we bring up our blue, and we're going to need 6 blue. So there's 1. This is 3. Four. 5. And 6. So 6 blue. Bring that blue forward. We need a lavender. We need 1 lavender. Back to the blue. That goes back. Blue. We need 5 blue. So 1. Get some yarn out of there. There's 2. 3. 4. And 5. Go back to the lavender. We need 1 lavender. We're working on those other 2 letters, the L and the O, and I don't know which way it is, but we'll find out. It's like putting together a puzzle. I love it. So now I need 6 blue and a lavender to finish off this row. So there's 4. Five. 6. And then we don't need to carry that blue anymore. We're just going to put the lavender in this last stitch right here. And then slip stitch to the very first stitch. And there we have it. Awesome sauce. So that was row 29. And you should have had 21 squares with that row. All right. So row 30 then. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start our block in the third. And now we need to go to blue. And we need 5 blue. Make sure this, and why that yarn is dragging out of there, it shouldn't be. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then now we need 2 lavender. So there's 1. And 2. And now we need 4 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back to the lavender. And we need 1 lavender. And then back to the blue, and it's 6 blue and a lavender to finish off this. 6 blue and a lavender to finish this row off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're going to go back to our lavender and finish this off with that. Slip stitch here, and there we have it. All right. That was row 30. Alright, so now row 31, we're going to chain 1 and turn. we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start our square and the third. And then now we need 6 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Now we're going to go to purple or lavender, and we're going to put a lavender in here. Be careful not to pick up that under that yarn that we're alright, so there's the lavender. Go back to the blue, and we need 3 blue, so there's 1, 2, 3, and then we need the lavender. Alright. So now we need lavender, blue, lavender. This must be the O, the letter O. So there's lavender, and then the blue. And then we'll back to the lavender. Oh goodness. How did I mess that up now? Back to the lavender, and now back to the blue, and then we need 4 blue and the lavender to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the lavender, and then we're just going to drop that blue back there, put our lavender in, and then slip stitch, and that row is done. So cool. Alright, so that was row 31. and row 32, chain 1 and turn, and slip stitch in the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to start our square in the third. And then we need to go to the blue. And now we start out with 4 blue on this one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I need a lavender, so let's switch off and put a lavender in here. So it's lavender, blue, lavender again. So we're going to switch off to blue. Back to lavender. And then we need 3 blue and a lavender. So let's switch back to blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, and now we need a lavender. And 5 blue and a lavender will finish this row off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we put a lavender in here to finish off this row. And there you go. There we go. So cool. All right. So that was row 32. Let's see if that does that. Oh, there we go. All right. 33, chain 1 and turn. We are going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start your square, or your block, in the 3rd. And now we're going to switch over to blue, and we're going to need 4 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And then we need lavender. And then back to blue. And we need 3 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. Yeah, there's only 3. We only need 3, don't we? And then we need a purple. Hang on. We need a purple, blue, purple again. Or lavender, blue, lavender. Alright, so let's... So, lavender, blue, and then lavender again. Then back to blue. And then we need 4 blue and a lavender to finish off this row. So there's 2, 3, 4. Switch back to lavender. And slip stitch there. And there we have it. So that is row 33. Row 34 is next. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. Slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And start your square in the 3rd. And now we need to go to blue. All right. So we're going to need 4 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. And this is 4. And then we're going to go to lavender. And we need 2 lavender. That's going to finish up that letter O. Wait a minute. I skipped a stitch. There we go. Go back to blue. And then we are going to need 4 blue and lavender. So this is 2. Three and 4. And then we need a lavender here. This should finish up that letter L too. Yeah. Alright. Back to blue. And then we have 3 blue and a lavender to finish this up. There's 3 blue. And let's go back to the lavender and put that in. And slip stitch. And there is 34 rows. So yeah, there's our heart. L-O-V-E. It's backwards. It's this way. So L-O-V-E. There we go. Oh my gosh. There it is. With the heart in the middle. That's awesome. Alright. So that was row 34. Row 35 is coming up. Chain 1 and turn. Slip stitch in the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to do our first block in the 3rd. right. Bring up the blue. And now we need 2 blue. I guess that L is not completely done yet. There's 1. And 2. And then we need to bring in the lavender and put a lavender one in here. Alright. Go back to blue. And now we need 5 blue and a lavender. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And I'm going to put a lavender here. I guess we do need one there to finish off that O. Go back to the blue. And now we need 4 blue and a lavender will finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we need a lavender. Slip stitch. And there we go. There is 35 rows. Yeah, I think that finished off the L and the... So we're going to be starting with the arrow coming here soon. The last arrow coming off that corner. This is so cool. So cool. Alright. So that's 35. Row 36. Chain 1 and turn. You're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and then start your square in the third. And then we need to bring in our blue. And now we need 12 blue and a lavender. This is an easy row. In this row you will have 14 blocks. So it's lavender, 12 blue, and a lavender. Got a lavender on each end. So there's 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And now we're going to, nope, that blue comes forward. Mess up my, there we go. Put our lavender in this last stitch. Oh, I didn't want to carry that blue. Dang it. We're not carrying that blue all the way over there. That'll mess things up. Slip stitch, and we are done with 36 rows. And this is backwards. There we go. So this is what it looks like so far. And we're working our way up to the other corner. I love it. This looks good. All right, so 37, we will be back for 37. Okay, we're back for row 37, and we have, I think we have, let's see, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 13 more to go. So we're going to chain 1 and turn for row 37. Oh. Need my pattern so I can read it. All right. I hope. Turn or work. Wait a minute. We already turned. There we go. All right, we are going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches, just like we've been doing. And then we're going to do our falling leaf stitch or block in the 3rd stitch. All right, but I need to bring up this blue. And we need 5 blue. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we need to go to the lavender And we need 1 lavender. And then go back to the blue. And now we need 5 blue and 1 lavender to finish up this row. In this row, you should have 13 squares all together. So there's 3. 4. 5. 'And now we're going back to the lavender. And we have 1 more. Put in there and slip stitch here. And there you have it. So there is row 37. Row 38, we chain 1 and turn. And we are going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and then do our square in the 3rd stitch. Changing over to blue. Now we need 4 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And now we're going to change back over to our lavender. And then we need 2 lavender. So there's 1. And 2. Back to our blue. And we will have 4 blue and 1 lavender to finish off this row. So there's 1. 2. That's 3 actually. And then this is 4. And we're going to switch off to the lavender. And put the lavender in the last stitch. And then slip stitch. And then 38 is completely finished. So as you see, this arrow right here is forming. Alright, so chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And in the 3rd stitch, we're going to start our square. Alright, And now we are going to put 3 blue, so there's 1, 2, 3, and now we need 3 lavender, 1, 2, and 3. And now let's switch back over to blue. And now we need 3 blue and 1 lavender to finish off this row. So there's 2. And 3. And then I need to switch back over to lavender. And then put the lavender in this last one here. And then slip stitch here. And we're done with 39. So there's row 39. So row 40, chain 1 and turn, and slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then we need to go to blue. So you had 11 squares in row 39. 11 squares altogether. In this row we're going to go down to 10. So we need 8 blue. So it's a lavender, 8 blue, and another lavender for this row. So there's 2, 3, 4. Let me put you out a little bit because I think we're a little bit too close. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 7. And this is 8. And we're going to switch back to the lavender on this one. And we'll put the lavender in the last one. And then slip stitch there. Alright, row 40. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn. So that was 10 squares. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 and start our square in the third one. And then now we need to go over to blue. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, blue comes forward. Go to lavender. The next one is lavender. This is 41. Yeah. Alright, back to the blue. And now we need 3 blue. There's 2. And 3. And then now let's switch over to the blue. I mean the lavender. And put the lavender in the last one. And we're going to slip stitch there. So that is 41. And that is 9 squares. So 42, chain 1 and turn. I think we need to, I need to mark off some of these too. All right, 42 is next. So we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start our square in the third. And now we need to switch to blue. And now we need 6 blues all the way across. Until the last one, and the last one will be lavender. So it's lavender, 6 blues, and a lavender for this row. There's 2. Three. Four. 5. And 6. And then here's the lavender. And there we go. You should have 8 squares there. So 43, chain 1 and turn. And we are going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then make our square in the third. Alright. Now we need 2 blue, a lavender, 2 blue, and a lavender. Oh, wait a minute. I need 2 of these. And now we can switch over. And we need lavender. And now I need 2 blue. And lavender. And that should finish it up. You should have 7 squares in this row. Alright, 44. So 44, we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start our lavender square in the third. Then we're going to switch over to blue, and then we need 4 blue. So there's 2. Three. And 4. And then your last one is going to be lavender. So it's lavender, 4 blue, and a lavender. Easy, easy row. And this is getting a lot easier as we go through this. So now 40, that was 44. 42, 43, and 44. 45. 45, we are getting down to 5 squares. Chain 1. Chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches like we normally do and make our square. Go to the blue, and now we're just going to do, blue, lavender, blue, lavender. So it's blue, lavender, and now blue. And then back to lavender. And then slip stitch there. So we have 5 squares now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 46. We're almost done. We're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and then start our square. And then we need 2 blue. And lavender. So there's 4 squares. And then 47, slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. Start our square in the third. And then we're going to switch over to blue. And then we need to put a blue. 1 blue and 1 lavender, which you end up with 3 squares in this row. And I think that was the last row of the blue. Now we're turn, and we're just going to cut that blue off because we don't need that blue anymore. And we're going to slip stitch in this row. You're just going to have 2 squares, and they're both lavender. And your last row, chain 1 and turn, and you're going to slip stitch up first 2 stitches, and in this last stitch right here you're just going to put lavender and then you're going to slip stitch there, and it's done. And that is the end of our diamond. And this, let me see if I can, this is what our diamond looks like. Isn't that cool? With the arrows coming at the corners, and then L-O-V-E, and the heart in the middle. I love it. Oh my gosh, that turned out well. Okay, so I'm going to come back, and I'm going to sew in my ends, and then we'll be back to do the border. So I'll see you then. Okay, so we're going to start the border. This is what we've been using on the border. I love this yarn, and it's stone wash is what this is called. Let me get my needle. And I am starting on this corner here, like at the top right here. Okay. I'm going to make a slip knot. And then I'm just going to start here in the corner. And we're going to chain 1. I'm going to work around my end. And I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in this corner. All right. Make sure that you are working. Oh my, I didn't do that right. Okay, so this is the front. There is a front and back with this one because of the words. Okay, if you turn this around, of course they're backwards, and I actually need to start this on the wrong side to start out with. So I'm going to turn it around and make sure that the wrong side is facing you. And I'm still starting in this corner and putting 2 half double crochets in it. And now we're just going to put a half double crochet in each stitch. So there's 3 stitches there. And then there should be 2 stitches here. And it goes 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, half double crochets. That was a single. Let's fix that. So that's what we're going to do. We're doing the 3, 2, 3, 2 coming down this side here. Putting the half double crochets in, and I will meet you at the end of this side. Okay, see you then. So this side right here, there was 60 stitches in between the corners. That's not counting the corner now. So I've got 60 stitches in there, and it doesn't look like that it's too much, and it doesn't look too less. It looks fine. So we're back up here at this corner, and we're going to put 2 half double crochets, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet in this corner. Now we're going to go down this side, and this side is a little bit shorter than this side. So you're probably not going to have 60 stitches. So when we see, let me show you. We see this side was 60 stitches. This side over here will be 60 stitches. When you come across here to come up here, this will be 60 stitches too, because it's the exact same. But these two sides are a little bit shorter than those two. So it's going to be a little different. So we're going to put 1/2 in that stitch, right? And then you're going to see a double crochet right here. So you're going to put 2 half double crochets there around that. And then you're back to the 1 and then 2 around that. And then we're back to the 1 right here. And then you're going to see that so you're going to go all the way down the side like that, and then I'm going to count the stitches, and I'll come back and tell you exactly how many stitches is there. I'll see you then. Sorry, now that I look at that, I don't think that's enough stitches. It looks like 2 less. So I'm going to take these out, and we're going to start this side over again. So this is the second side still. So we're going to put a stitch there, and then 2 in here, and then there's an in-between stitch right here. I'm going to put 1 in there, and then a stitch here, and then 2. Let's see if this looks better. 1 in between, and then 1 here, and then these 2 stitches around this. 1. That actually looks a lot better. Let's do that. So we're going to do this. So you're putting 2, 2, 2, 2 is what you're doing. That looks a lot better. Okay, so I will see you at the end of this side, and I'll give you a count. So the second side is 48. So you'll just continue doing 48 here, do your corner, do 48 down here, and make sure you're doing 60 on this last one. So making sure that you're doing 2. Here's the corner again. On the corners we're putting 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to finish mine off camera, and I'll let you get yours done, and we will meet at the end of this round. Okay, so I'm all the way around there, and I put 2 half double crochet in the same corner right here, and I'm going to combine this corner with the half double crochet, and there we go. There's our corner. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put 2 half double crochet in this corner, and we are going to, we are going to put a half double crochet in the front loop only. Go to the front loop only, and we're going to go all the way around like this. This is the reason why. I'll show you here in a minute. The reason why we're doing it this way. So when you go to the front, you will see this design forming. See that? And so that's why we're doing that. Anyway, you're going to go all the way around in the front loop only. In the corners, you're doing 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet. And I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so we're going to chain 1 and turn for this last row, which is row 3 of our border. And we are turning the whole thing so that the front side is facing you now. Alright. In the corner, we are putting 3 single crochets in there. Okay. And then along the side, in the back loop only, we're going to just single crochet in the back loop only. And you're going to do that all the way around. And in the corners, you're going to put 3 single crochets in each corner. And I will see you at the end of this round. Okay, so right here is this is the whole diamond completely finished. So cool looking. All right. I hope you guys had a lot of fun making this diamond with me, and I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.